This short video will walk you through how to complete Section 2 of the Form I-9 in Manpower's electronic onboarding tool, eStaff. Before we begin, let's first discuss legal requirements. As an E-Verify employer, Manpower must ensure that all newly hired employees are eligible to work in the United States, and that a Form I-9 is completed to comply with federal law. The Form I-9 is used to verify both identity and employment eligibility. Our standard process is that Manpower is the authorized representative when completing the Form I-9. However, because a Manpower representative is unable to meet with the candidates in person, our candidate has identified and approved you as an authorized representative to complete this document on behalf of Manpower. Your responsibility as an Onboarder Certifier is to ensure Section 2 of the Form I-9 is completed in person using the original unexpired documents presented before the candidate begins work. A special note for California only. In the state of California, law prohibits the use of notaries to complete the Form I-9 unless they are qualified and bonded as immigration consultants under California Business and Professions Code Sections 22440-22449. If you question whether this law impacts you, please contact your local Manpower office. Once the candidate has completed Section 1, you will receive a notification. The email will look something like this. It's now time to schedule an in-person meeting with the candidate by the due date listed in the email. Make sure to remind the candidate to bring their proper IDs with them and that the list of acceptable documents can be found on the I-9 form itself. As an employer or authorized representative, we can't dictate specific documents to present. The candidate must make their own decision based on the list of acceptable documents. Let's review some documents that are frequently presented. List A documents establish both identity and employment authorization, such as U.S. passport, Form I-551 permanent resident card, or Form I-766 employment authorization document card. List B documents establish identity, such as driver's license or identification card, school ID with a photograph, or voter registration card. List C documents establish employment authorization, such as an unrestricted U.S. Social Security card, original or certified copy of a birth certificate, Native American travel document, or employment authorization document issued by DHS. The documents must be original and not expired. Copies will not be accepted. Receipt for List A, B, or C documents that were lost, stolen, or damaged may be accepted in some cases, so long as the assignment lasts more than 3 days and the associate brings it within 90 days. Here are some examples of List A documents and where to locate the document number used to complete Section 2. For U.S. passports, the number is found here in the upper right-hand corner. For permanent resident cards, the number used to complete Section 2 is the second 13-digit alphanumeric number found on the top line on the back of the card. And for employment authorization cards, the number used is the card number found here. For both permanent resident and employment authorized identification cards, the candidate will use the USCIS number to complete Section 1. Examining documents. Documentation is generally accepted if it reasonably appears to be genuine, relates to the candidate, the photograph matches, same name, etc., and is on the list of acceptable documents. Unsure if the document is considered acceptable? Please contact your local Manpower office for assistance. Once you're meeting with the candidate in person, you will complete Section 2 using the original unexpired documentation in eStaff. Open the I-9 Section 2 has been assigned to you email from Manpower. Click on the link in the email and log in. Click Certify. This will bring you to the Pre-Hire Document screen. Note, if you are unable to meet with the candidate in person or choose not to be the Onboarder Certifier, click Reject. The Manpower recruiter will then receive a notification. If continuing, click Start to begin the review and certification process under HR Documents. Visually inspect the original documents provided by the candidate, and then fill out the requested information. Employee's first day of employment? This is the date the assignment is to start. If the date is unknown, then enter the date Section 2 is being completed. This ensures that we accurately capture when the candidate became a Manpower associate. If the candidate provided a List A document, enter the document title, issuing authority, numbers, and expiration date, if any, from the original documents in the List A column. Remember to make a copy. This will need to be uploaded later. If the candidate provided a List B and List C document, enter the same information using the corresponding column. Please make sure you don't click Is Receipt unless a candidate actually provides a receipt. Double-check what you have entered before continuing. Once the information has been entered, click Submit, and carefully review the certification section before you sign off that you certified the Form I-9. Under Evidence Files, upload a copy of the List A document only and click Upload. A picture taken from your phone is considered an acceptable copy. It is important to note, because the system does require a document to be uploaded, you will need to upload a blank document or blank picture if the candidate presented List B and C documents in order to move forward with the certification. If information in Section 2 was entered correctly, click Certify. The Manpower recruiter will receive notification that the Form I-9 is now complete. Thank you for your assistance.